I'm just grabbing a jar box. We'll put all the garlic in here. Maybe it'll all fit. I don't know, but we'll see. So I'm going to take each head, kind of get the dirt that really got dried on it off, and then I'll cut the neck off and flop it in this box. And flop her in. Hey, lady. I just have a few more left. As I'm doing this right now, I'm thinking, just so I don't run too late into my day, well, into the night, I think what I'll do is we'll process this garlic, and then the roast that I pulled out, because I only actually had 2 roasts left from the batch of roast that I canned up the other day. I'm going to wait on that. I can't actually wait too long, but I can do that the following day. And I have a bunch of, I'm going to cut these on the side here just to keep them separated. I have a bunch of bones that I'm going to make broth out of. Then that way, by the time the broth is done, usually 24 to 48 hours, depending on the strength that you would like it, then I'll do the roast, because the roast will be fine sitting in the fridge for, till tomorrow, and then I could do it. If I get that broth started right away, then it'll be ready to jar up and can, and the meat and the broth will be pressure canned at the same time. It just makes more sense. And I'm pretty sure I'll get a bunch of broth, and I've got 2 canners. We'll do it that way. It might run late until tomorrow, or the next day, which is still perfectly fine. Those roasts will keep for 2 days. Because I like to, like I said, I'd like to get this garlic done. As I'm looking at some of these, which is a different variety, they weren't splitting when I pulled them. So we're going to be careful opening these just to make sure we're not going to have a bunch of bugs. But what we'll do is we'll mix these in with this. All right, so we got all this done. I think I have a bag in here. I'll just throw this different variety to keep them separated, and then I'm going to go and just clean all this stuff up. I just threw it all on the floor, and then I have onions right here I'll put on the table, which is great because now this whole section's cleared off, and then I can get the rest of the onions that are down there, which should probably be harvested in the next, I would say 20 days, possibly. They should all be out of the garden bed. So, and the other ones over here, they're all looking nice. They're curing very nice. On the days like today where it's, like I said, it's kind of a hodgepodge of a day, well, at least for me, it's, you just go about a mile a minute and hope that everything that you have in your mind that you want to get done gets done. Some things, like I said, with that beef, to me, after thinking about it, just makes more sense to let it set, and we'll pick back up on that in the next 2 days, because I think by the time I get done with this day, I'm going to be pushing pretty late, you know, and there's always other stuff that I have to do on top of it, as far as, you know, make supper and, you know, stuff like that, clean the house, make sure that stays nice and neat. So, okay, we're done with this. We're gonna carry the garlic inside now, and we're gonna unbox what I'm hoping will save me a lot of time processing garlic. I was just looking around the garage for something to hold my garlic in, and I forgot. I stopped at a yard sale the other day, and they had a wooden box. So this will work perfect to bring my garlic in, and possibly in the future store it. And then I'll just set these cloves in this one. And on busy days like this, I don't like to cook. I don't have the time. So what I'm going to do is grab a jar of ground beef. I'm going to grab some spaghetti sauce, a couple cans of chicken broth. I've already got onions diced in the freezer and green peppers in the freezer and all that good stuff. And what we're going to do is combine all this. Probably grab some diced tomatoes. And then we're just going to combine it all and make a lasagna soup. So when it comes down to me starting supper, all I have to do is empty these jars in a pan, and that's pretty much it. Add some spices, and that's going to be supper. So that should really, the longest that's going to take is sauteing the vegetables and cooking the noodles. So besides the noodles, everything's pretty much from the garden. And that's what I like to call fast food. It's got everything added. We're gonna dump our noodles in. It's about 10 lasagna pasta noodles. I got the oven about 390. You can go 395, 400. And then we'll take the pre-made garlic butter after it thaws from in on the freezer and spread it on the bread and make garlic bread. All right, I'm making my evening run to the cat shed to give him his evening milk, and he will sit here until I come out. He doesn't typically sit in the runner here, but it's funny because he'll just stay put until he sees me with his milk. So I'm gonna turn the camera around real quick and I'll show you guys what I'm bringing out to them, and then I'll show you what he does the second I step off the steps. So I'm just bringing them out some of their treats. They're completely out in there, so I saw that this morning. So we're just gonna give him the treats. He likes to eat these, you know, and he doesn't have teeth, 0 teeth. So whatever gets him to keep eating, I'm gonna keep feeding him. But we have the milk, and I'm gonna try to put this back up there. I'm running out of hands. And as soon as I step down, which I'm about to, he's gonna take off to the shed. And there he goes. You need your belly rubbed. Hey, Elliot. Hi, baby. Hi. Alright guys, I brought you some treats. We just do a smorgasbord type of kind of feeding for the treats. I'll just kind of pick through them. Big Black's got the soft ones, which I think helps him not having teeth to actually, like I said, to actually eat. So that's good. Hi, buddy. This is pretty much my routine at the end of the night, you guys. I just come out here, hang out with my cats for a little bit. You see what I'm saying earlier about his shedding? I try to brush them. Hence why I vacuum in here so often. Everybody, it's been a very long, productive, exhausting day. I got so much accomplished. I'm gonna just thank you for watching. And tomorrow will definitely be a garden day. When I spend majority of my day out of the garden, it makes for a little longer day in the garden. I did go down there before the cat shed, gave everything another drink. Things just dry out so bad with the sun. It's insane. So again, long, very productive, exhausting day. I'm going to go in and relax for the evening, and I will see you guys next time.